Greetings to all. In today's class, I'm going to discuss about void pointers. Here, if you observe this program, it is int I is equal to 30 and float star fp. Fp is a float pointer, int star p, and it is integer pointer. P is integer pointer. Now, in line number 7, I'm assigning p is equal to ampersand I. The address of integer variable is stored in P. This is absolutely correct. But however, if we observe line number 8, FP is equal to ampersand I. Here FP is a float pointer and we are trying to assign address of integer variable to float pointer. So at this point of time, we are going to get a compilation error. Because there is a mismatch, compatibility mismatch between float pointer and integer variable. To overcome this, we are trying to introduce the concept of void pointer. Suppose if you say instead of float star fp, let us declare void star fp. Now this fp can be initialized to either integer variable or float variable or anything. So let us see whether this particular error disappears or not. Let me try to run this program. So now there is no such error, no incompatibility error. So in that case, we can understand that if we declare a particular pointer as void pointer, it can accept any data type. So let us learn this in a systematic way as well. Void pointer, it's a pointer. It is kind of a generic pointer. A pointer to void means that a generic pointer that can point to any data type. So if you see here, void pointer is pointing to integer. Even if we want to declare float f is equal to say some value, float value, and let me equate fp, because fp is void pointer. I'm equating now fp to a float variable. Say fp is equal to ampersand f. Even in this case, we are not going to have any error. So void pointer can be equated either to integer variable or to float variable. That is only explained in this point also. A pointer to void means a generic pointer that can point to any data type. Similarly, we can assign the address of any data type to the void pointer. Void pointer can be assigned to any type of the pointer without performing any explicit typecasting. We are going to see this particular point also in coming slide. So to declare void pointer, this is the syntax: void star ptr. Int I is equal to 9. Here we are trying to initialize integer variable, and int star p means integer pointer declaration. Float star fp is floating pointer declaration, and void star ptr is void pointer declaration. Now let us see each and every line and decide whether it is correct or incorrect. If it is incorrect, let us see why it is incorrect. Here we are equating p to fp. What is p? P is integer pointer and fp is a float pointer, and we are trying to equate integer pointer to float pointer. So it is incorrect. Now if we see the next line, fp is equal to ampersand I. Fp is a float pointer and we are putting address of I in float pointer. So this is also incorrect. Whereas if you see ptr is equal to p. What is ptr? Ptr is a void pointer. A void pointer is equated to integer pointer, which is very well accepted the way of initialization. So if we go back to this point, void pointer can be assigned to any type of the pointer without performing any explicit typecasting. So this point explains this particular line. Because PTR is void pointer, it can be assigned to any pointer, whether it is integer pointer or float pointer, it is going to give correct answer. Now let us see how do we print value. If you observe this particular program, int a is equal to 90, void star PTR, PTR is equal to ampersand a. Here, because PTR is a void pointer, I can definitely store address of integer into PTR. However, while I am trying to print value that is present in PTR, we cannot directly say star PTR as we were doing earlier. To refer to value at address location PTR, we have to typecast it to integer. And if you observe in earlier scenario, we use it to do in this way. Suppose if it is, let us assume that it is not void pointer, it is say integer pointer. In such case, I can simply say star PTR. If I simply say star PTR, it is going to display the result 90. But however, I want to declare PTR as void PTR. So when I declare this as void PTR, this assignment is correct. But however, when we want to get the value of star PTR, it is going to give error. Why? Because star pointer is void. Now, if I typecast this after star, let me say int star. So I'm typecasting this pointer to integer. So in such case, it is going to give me right answer. So while trying to use the value present in a void pointer, we need to typecast it explicitly to the corresponding data type. I hope this class is useful and clear. If you have any doubts, please let me know.